up, everybody? Rothstein here, Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. All right, today is today's Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. It's a little bit after 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as you know, on Wednesdays, we do the Rothstein Rant, right? And with the Rothstein Rant comes, I'll talk about something in sports or in pop culture that's kind of been buzzing, and I'll give you one pick. All right, I'll give you the pick toward the end, but a couple things I want to talk about. One from sports, one from pop culture. Let's talk about pop culture, then go into sports. A young lady rapper from Houston, Megan Thee Stallion, very voluptuous, well-built woman, very pretty too. She's got a pretty face, a nice body. And, well, the past couple 3 days, there's been a lot of hubbub about her wanting to get out of her contract that she signed with, I forget the name of the company. It's like 151 or 1501, something like that, Records, which is owned and operated by Carl Crawford. This is kind of a sports story because he used to play for the Dodgers. You'll remember him. Carl Crawford used to deal with Evelyn Lozada, the woman from Basketball Wives or something like that. She used to deal with Antoine Walker and Chad Ochocinco. She's a well-known, I'm not going to say nothing bad about her. She just dates men with money. Okay, pro athletes. And basically, Megan wanted out of her contract after she already signed it as an adult. She was like 20, I believe. Megan is allegedly college educated. I say allegedly because I don't know for a fact, but that's the thing about her. She's college educated, so she should have known what she was reading and signing. Her contract basically is a 60-40 deal. The record label gets 60% of what she makes. She gets 40%, but she has to use her 40% on her own engineers and collaborations and, basically, and she signed for an advance of $10,000. Basically, she got smoked. She got hustled. Let's be honest. It's a shitball deal. Let's be honest. And I guess since she teamed up with Rock Management, which is Jay-Z's company, she decided, she wants out because she's getting smoked on the deal. I mean, she had the one hit Hot Girl Summer. I mean, she's fire in the streets. I ain't going to comment on whether she's a good rapper or not. I mean, apparently she, this generation likes her. She's not my taste, not my cup of tea. I don't necessarily care for what she raps about. I'm older now, but she wants out of that deal. She wants to renegotiate it. And Carl Crawford would not allow her to drop new music. She wanted to drop an album on Friday, the 6th, and Carl wouldn't let her do it. He blocked her. And so she took him to court real quick, and they issued a temporary restraining order so she's allowed to drop the music. Now, everybody's, I'm not going to say, well, not everybody, but most people are on Carl Crawford's side on social media that she signed the contract knowingly. Whoop-de-whoop. True. All that's true, but I blame both of these people, Megan and him. Yes, Megan, you signed a bad deal. He probably flashed 10 grand in your face, and you were like, woo-wee, 10 grand, blah, blah, blah. She easily made that back and, made him a lot of money. She knowingly signed the contract. You're college educated. You're a smart enough girl to know what you're signing. You're an adult. You signed that deal. But here's my issue with Crawford. I don't care that he's famous. He's got 5 kids, supposedly, made buku money in the in Major League Baseball. He's reportedly worth $90 million or something like that. Here's my deal with him. Carl, it's 2020. We're still hustling our own folks. We still got black folks hustling black folks, and then y'all wonder why they go sign with, white people, why you don't like, how you don't like that and all that type of stuff. I mean, there's no need to do that type of business anymore in 2020, especially with your own folk. You know, uh, yeah, I just don't. You guys ever seen Spike Lee's movie Mo Better Blues? With the two uh people of a certain ethnic background that it's clear you got to go see it, and they were kind of shady promoters or agents or whatever. That's what this comes off as. It's like, this is 2000. We don't need to do that to each other anymore. Just operate in fair business. That woman, she wants to move on. Have whoever's trying to sign her pay you in perpetuity or a nice lump sum to get her off your hands. And then she owes them. But, Megan, at the same time with you, Megan, let's be honest. In the past 5 or 6 years, BET has let off two very powerful movies about industry artists who were very famous, just as popular as you. New Edition and the TLC movie. And they both got jerked in their contracts. They both got jerked. Like you did. Did you not see those movies? About people, doing that and how shady the record industry can be. So the moral of the story is, instead of signing your own contract, get you a lawyer to read it for you before you sign it. Like Memphis Bleak. You guys know who he is, Jay-Z's protege? Jay-Z kind of killed his own career by, but with the one line, as long as I'm alive, Bleak is a millionaire. But Memphis Bleak, he went off on that Hand It Down on the intro of the Hard Knock Life Volume 1 album. Oh my God, copped the Jordans 2 weeks before they came out. Memphis went off on that. But, like he said on Instagram the other day, hire a lawyer before you start writing rhymes. And if the record label doesn't want you to get a lawyer, or they try to provide you a lawyer, get the fuck up out of there. Tell them, no thanks. You're going to get your own. Kind of like this Straight Outta Compton movie with NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, MC Ren, Dr. Dre, and Yella and them. Ice Cube didn't sign the contract. I've been saying that for 15, 20 years. Back when allhiphop.com was a nice listserv to go in there and talk a little shit about whatever, about music or whatever. Ice Cube has the most important and influential business decision in music, in rap music history, when he didn't sign the contract after the Straight Outta Compton tour that they did. They offered him $75,000. He was like, "Nah, I'm worth more than that. I'm out of here." I wrote all of Eazy-E's parts, or most of them, and I do too much writing. I'm good enough to go on without y'all on. And like he said in the diss song to them, no Vaseline, drop 4 niggas, now I'm making all the dough. You understand? Get your own lawyer. And see, the other three, they fell victim to that. Jerry Heller, and he's even said in subsequent interviews since the movies, like, hey, I was Eazy's lawyer. Get your own lawyer. They always tell you that after the fact, but during the time, they're trying to gas you. All right? So let that be a lesson to you. Dr. Dre had to allegedly, get Suge Knight, and some physical violence came up to get him out of his contract. You don't want to have to get into that. Now there's rumors of Jay Prince being mentioned in the lawsuit, and those in the hip hop industry know what Jay Prince, Lil J, from the Ghetto Boys album. He was never a member of the group. I guess he was just the owner of the record label, Rap-A-Lot or whatever. But he used to talk a little shit on those records, and what Jay Prince allegedly is about. He wrote a book called The Art of Respect, or The Science of Respect, or something like that. Okay? So, let that be a lesson to you young up-and-coming artists. Get you, like Memphis Bleak said, that's the best I've heard about this. Get your own lawyer before you even start writing rhymes if you want to be a rapper. All right? Now, on to sports. There's been a little debate lately about, because Zion Williams been going off, but obviously he didn't play the whole NBA season, missed pretty much the first half, the first some odd games. I forgot how many games he would finish with if he doesn't, miss any more games, but he's been tearing it up. 24 points a game. And Ja Morant was like the clear one-away favorite till Zion came back. Till Zion started playing, and, Ja averages like 17 and a half, just under 18 points, somewhere around there. And for my money, I don't care if Ja plays the whole season or not. Zion Williamson is the rookie of the year if he continues at this rate and doesn't miss any significant time. Because these other guys, R.J. Barrett, Ja Morant, these guys are just maintaining. Zion Williams is dominating. Do you understand that? They're maintaining. Zion Williams is dominating. Probably the most dominant rookie season that I could think of offhand, probably since Tim Duncan, who averaged like 21 and 11, or Iverson, who averaged like 24 points his rookie year. Zion is dominating this game. And he literally gets better every possession. Like, Zion is that good. Ja Morant probably done topped off. Okay, he can get more range on his jumper, but they're giving him highlights for missed dunks. Trying to take off and dunk from too far away. Missed one against Kevin Love, missed one against Anthony Davis. Like, I don't want to see all that. Zion catching three-quarter court alley-oops. So, yeah, Zion is the MVP, okay? Or not the MVP, the Rookie of the Year, especially if he gets his team into the playoffs. Right now, they're tied for like the 9th spot with Portland. But the Pelicans lost last night, so they might have fell back one game, so they might be in 10th. But they're right there in the thick of things. They're less than 3 or 4 games behind Memphis, who's in the 8th spot. If Zion brings them back to overtake Memphis and take that 8th spot, or even if Memphis goes into the 7th spot and Zion comes in and gets some, as long as Zion gets New Orleans to the playoffs, he's the Rookie of the Year. Okay? That's that. Let's just kill that noise right now. He's the most dominant player. He's one of the most dominant players in the NBA, but he's the most dominant rookie. Like I said, Ja Morant, R.J. Barrett, all these other guys, they're just maintaining, all right? So that's the rant. Okay, now I'm about to get into the sports wagering. If you have a gambling problem, do not listen to this part. But thank you for listening, okay, so far. But if you think you have a gambling problem, do not listen to the rest of this video, all right? But before you go and anybody else goes, like and subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, all right? And sign up for notifications. But here we go. Tonight, I believe 8:40 p.m., Indiana Pacers at the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee's favored by 11. To heck with that. We're going to do a prop bet. Domantas Sabonis. He was an all-star. He's going to get under 36.5 combined points, rebounds, and assists. Domantas Sabonis under 36.5 combined points, rebounds, and assists. All right? So there you have it. You got plenty of time. Get online, get in line, and get to the bag. All right? And you know the show's motto, if there's games to be played, there's money to be made. I'll be back tomorrow on the podcast, Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. You can find it on YouTube, or no, you can find it on Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. All right? That'll be Thursday and Friday. Well, that'll be every day until next Monday, Thursday through Monday. And I'll do another YouTube on Saturday and Sunday along with the podcast, all right? I know I kept you a little longer than I usually do. Had a couple things I wanted to talk about. The Meg thing kind of popped out of nowhere, but I wasn't expecting that. But I have been talking about this Zion and Ja thing since Sunday. And Shannon Sharp even said something about it on his show. He's going with Ja. I'm telling you. It's Zion. Zion's the Rookie of the Year. All right? But there you have it. I'll be back to holler at you tomorrow on the podcast every day until Monday. And I'll see you back on YouTube on Saturday and Sunday. Until then, peace.